Welcome to the Dating Kinky Podcast, a cast about love, sex, romance, and kink. A friend of mine keeps having shit relationships, like one right after the other. And they are an amazing human, considerate, kind, communicative, a bit insecure, and that's where the trouble comes in. You see, they've been convinced that they're terrible at relationships by a string of assholes. Because they have a bad picker and for whatever reason seem to go for a similar type of person every time. And they feel that if they were better at relationships, they would be treated better. But it's not possible because they sleep with assholes. Are you terrible at relationships? Or do you just sleep with assholes? Because there's a difference, a huge difference. Of course, you may be both terrible at relationships and someone who sleeps with assholes, but the fact that you sleep with assholes is going to be the overwhelmingly hard part to get past if you keep doing it. Because when you sleep with assholes of any gender, let me be crystal clear, and you relationship with them, they have an inordinate amount of influence over how you see yourself, both in a relationship with them and in general ways, even when they're gone. And a series of assholes can do a lot of damage. Damage that can take a crap ton of time and effort to untangle. Because when you sleep with assholes and they are allowed to influence you, their words and thoughts about you seep into your mind and become your thoughts and words to yourself. You're too demanding. I'm too demanding. Your relationship standards are unrealistic. Maybe my relationship standards are unrealistic. Your jealousy is out of hand. My jealousy is out of hand. And so on. And like I said above, some of that may be true. Maybe even all of it. But as long as you're sleeping with assholes, you'll keep breaking those wounds open so they never get a chance to heal. And moving from one asshole to another will re-traumatize you in new and exciting ways. Collect them all. But how do you know if you're bad at relationships or if you're sleeping with assholes? It's hard to tell for sure, but there are clues. Assholes rarely take personal responsibility. Things are not their fault. It's you or someone else in their life. Assholes will rarely take negative feedback well. They will nearly always try to shift the conversation from hurt that you are feeling to their own hurt and make it about you instead of them. Assholes are usually not great communicators, but are often excellent arguers or fighters. They can wear you down, but you don't feel like you've learned or been talked with. Just beat down. You will rarely feel like there's a mutual win in the relationship. It will be a battle where one side wins over the other and resentments build up. And after that, well, you might realize that sometimes you're the asshole too. We all have been. And that's something to work on as well. But if you are sleeping with assholes, well then you're allowing them to teach you how to act in relationships, which can damage all of your relationships, not just the ones you're in with them. What are your thoughts? Are you bad at relationships? Do you sleep with assholes? Are you sometimes the asshole yourself? Or are you, like many of us, a little bit of all three? Have you consciously grown away from any of these things in your past to improve your life and make it better? Thank you for joining me today. If you loved this episode, please share it with others who would enjoy it. And please do join me on our new apps available in the Google Play and Apple App Stores. Dating Kinky, it's built by Kinksters for for kinksters, poly, queer, trans folk, and anyone not quite vanilla, and it's free. Find me on FetLife as Nookie Notes, and on Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, and Medium as Dating Kinky. We're on Instagram as Dating Kinky Official, all one word. Have a kinky day, and I'll catch you next episode.